What's up, everyone? It's your boy Markel, of course, and welcome to the third episode of Rolling with Creatives. Now, my special guest that I have here today is someone who has watched me grow up, someone who is the definition of a hard worker because he never stops until the job is done. He's also like an older brother to me, and most importantly, he always makes sure that my beard and my hair, well, you can't tell now because I have a do-rag on, but my hair and beard are always on point. So, for those of you who are watching, I would like you all to meet my barber, Garvey.
Hello, hi everyone. How you all doing?
Garvey,
So
thank you
blessed,
so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to
blessed,
come on my
blessed,
podcast.
blessed.
I really appreciate it because I know we've both been busy.
Yeah, man.
When now we're finally here. So, Garvey, just tell us the journey. Like, tell me in the audience the journey of Garvey from the beginning all the way up until where we are now.
Man, where do I start? That's a mighty long journey, fam. Originally I was born and raised in Jamaica. Spent I'd say half of my life there. I came here when I was 25 years old. I migrated to Canada as a migrant worker. That journey was long, hard, and tough. Some people don't understand what that entails and how difficult it is to migrate to a new country.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't know anybody,
Mm-hmm.
don't know where you're going,
Of course.
don't know what kind of life you're going to experience when you get there.
Is that something you always wanted to do? Like, what made you want to come over to Canada?
It wasn't just Canada, it was like migrating from Jamaica.
Mm.
Because in Jamaica, you always hear people talk about going a foreign. That's
Mhm.
the term that they use. And then the people who have already been there, when them come back, they make it seem like, okay, foreign is like a better rose. America is like the place to be.
Mhm.
New York, oh my gosh, high rise, and everything is just like beautiful. It's like the perfect life. Canada, kind of the same thing, other than they say it's cold. England is kind of the same thing. Meanwhile, you don't know them. Them people save for like 2 years to take a 2 week vacation.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And work like 2, 3, 4 jobs.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't tell you that.
They never do.
Yeah, they leave that part out of
Okay.
it. So for me, it was just like I wanted to want to go fired.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, the plan was I'm gonna come here because that at that point I was heavy into music.
Okay.
Dreaming of being like an artist at some point.
Okay. Singer, rapper.
Yeah, singer.
Okay.
And musician. So when I got the opportunity to come to Canada, that was the game plan. Come here, I'm gonna figure out how to become a musician and sing.
Love that.
That was the plan. But man, was it different? I landed here, no money.
At 25.
At 25 years old, not $1 Canadian in my pocket. The boss, it's in our contract that he was supposed to give us $260 upon arrival. So the minute you land, you're supposed to get that money. And that will keep you until you get your first paycheck. Man gave us $60. Right?
$60. So where's the other 200?
The other 200 disappeared.
Okay.
He gave us $60. And from that $60, you have to buy your work gear.
Okay.
So water boot, gloves. That was like 30 something dollars. So you left with like probably $25 or something to live for 3 weeks.
Oh, until your first paycheck.
So yeah.
Okay.
So that's when like the Jamaica like instinct kick in, that survival mode kick in. And I'm like, okay, how am I gonna make this work?
Mm-hmm.
I buy a big bag of flour. I don't even remember how many kilos I had. And the rest buy like some corned beef.
Okay.
And I worked that for 3 weeks.
Holy cow.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 weeks, man.
Oh,
until I get my first paycheck. So that was like the starting of that journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that type of work when you were doing it?
I'm used to hard work. Because back home I was a fisherman.
Okay.
With like crazy dreams. You know what I mean? Because for me, some people might say like, okay, you dream a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people without vision perish. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because at the root of that, you're going to find a lack of knowledge and stuff like that. Because when you don't dream, you don't do research.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So back home, you know what I mean? I always wanted to retire early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so one of them things that you make your money work for you and all that kind of stuff. So from back in Jamaica, like, I love investments. You know what I mean? I love that kind of life. You know what I mean? So being a fisherman, like working hard every day, like being at sea sometimes for days on end. You know what I mean? In the back of my mind, it was like, okay, it's temporary. One day I'm going to be doing something different. You know what I mean? But that equipped me.
Of course.
So when I came to Canada and that mode kicked back in, I'm like, man, if I could survive the ocean, Canada can't kill me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
Good,
doing the work, it wasn't like, okay, I can't survive this. It's like it's too much. No, it wasn't like that. It was like, okay, even this is temporary. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get through this, and I'm gonna get to the life that I dream about. Yeah, you know. But I got through it. You know what I mean? Worked my butt off, and then I think it was November of that year when I came. I got the job at Frontline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us about Frontline.
Well, Frontline, it was one of the best things that happened to me. I'm not even gonna joke about that. Nigel, I have mad love and respect for that, brother.
Shout out to Nigel.
All the time. Big up Nigel, Dwayne, Audley, and all the guys from Frontline. But I remember the day when I met Nigel. And to be honest, being a barber wasn't even on my mind.
I was gonna ask. I was gonna say,
straight up, like, being a barber wasn't on my mind. Didn't plan to be one. Like, from back home, I knew how to cut family and friends. I was good at it.
Did someone teach you, or did you kind of just like how do you?
It was self-taught. Most of the things that I know how to do in life, self-taught. Music, self-taught. Writing songs and all that. All of that. I taught myself.
Okay.
Like, you know, but my friend said to me, like, yo, there's a barbershop down the street and they're hiring, and I know the owner. I'm like, man, you must be crazy, Bridget. I'm not coming for that, because I still had that dream of being a musician.
Of course.
And he's like, so what are you planning on doing? I'm gonna work my way up, man. I said, like, I hear people talking about like going, like having a trade, and I realized that here in Canada, you have a trade. It's hard for you to be hungry. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, I'm planning on going back to school. I'm gonna become a welder or something, and probably go up like out west. When we hear at that point, a lot of people was going.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, they usually fly over there.
You know, so for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to head out west once we finish school, make some money,
make some serious money,
and get back to the music.
Yeah, yeah.
Because one thing too, when I was still on the farm, my cousin, I had a cousin living in Oakville at the time, introduced me to the manager of Color Quest.
Okay.
And he called me up, came to visit me on the farm, and I started playing music with them. You know what I mean? I joined the band, you know what I mean? Color Quest, best band in the world.
Big up Color Quest.
You know what I mean? And to be honest, like, the manager was the first person I met when I came to Canada.
Oh, shoot.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Still my best friend today. You know what I mean? Because those guys became a family to me when I had none here. You know what I mean?
You're by yourself at the time.
Yeah, right? So I'm saying, they never made me feel alone. You know what I mean? I could always call on them. So he's still a part of my life right now.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? If shit hit the fan right, pardon my language, hit the fan right now, he's the guy I'm gonna call. Now, we went to Frontline. Nigel spoke. My friend spoke to Nigel. Lamar, like, mad love and respect for that man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have nothing do good that I wouldn't give him if he needs it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because he had never held anything back from me. There's some people that play an instrumental role in my life. You know what I mean? From the day I got here to where I am today. And I will never forget the kindness, the love, the support that they've shown and given me. Lamar is one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I know him from back home too. Like,
okay.
Yeah, man. He's like best friends with my mom. Like, they've been friends from childhood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Lamar babysitting me back home and stuff like that.
So he comes from the same parish?
Oh, yeah. Okay. We're neighbors.
Okay.
Yeah, when he found out that I was here and he didn't know, he was upset.
Of course.
Bro, mad. He was upset. He's like, bro, you're in Canada and I don't know. And I'm like, I don't even know where you are, how to get out.
Yeah. Like, I just got here. I'm trying to, maneuver.
No, he found out way later.
Okay.
Like a good, probably 3 months after I've been here.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and he was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
You know? So he was the one who introduced me to Nigel.
Okay.
And Nigel said to me, like, yo, you can cut. I'm like, yeah, but I don't even have machines. I don't have none of them things. And he's like, don't worry about it. You know what the man did, fam?
Tell me.
I'll never forget it, man. I said, I love that brother, man. Shout out to him, like, all the time. He took off his jacket, you know what I mean, and gave it to me. Gave me his jacket, gave me his chair, and all his machines.
Really?
He said, there you go, son, eat. You know what I'm saying?
I love that for you.
You ain't gonna find more people who gonna do that.
No.
You know what I mean? And I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like disbelief.
Yeah. So that's how I got started at Frontline, and started working and stuff like that. For a couple months, man was like, yo, I know things are slow, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Don't even worry about paying a percentage or nothing like right now. Just build up some clientele. Work for free. You know what I mean? Like most people, they gonna even take a little something, something.
Yeah.
Man just like, no man, don't worry about that right now. When you build up a clientele, we'll get to that point. And time goes on, you know what I mean? You start building clientele, start making friends and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And things just slowly build from there.
So what was that like? Like now you're the new barber. Now you got to make a name for yourself. So what was that like to like? Because obviously, like you know how it is. Like barbers, they have their clients. Clients go to a specific barber.
There,
You know what I
there
mean?
was a lot of that I had to learn how to deal with, because back home I knew how to cut. I wasn't in a barbershop. You know what I mean? So first of all, you have to learn the barbershop dynamics. Learn what a barbershop is, how it works, what it's all about, and the role that it plays in our community. That took me some time to really get. But being the new guy, nobody not sitting in your chair. Nobody not them not trust your period.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
They don't know what you can do.
No. And Nigel are the one who said to me, like, yo, just take your time, you know what I mean? Things will come on, And I remember, like, one day I went home and I was complaining, man. I was like, man, me not make no money, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But everybody around me was telling me, hang in there, man. And it wound up working out, By the time I finished school, I went to Mohawk. And by the time I finished my program there, became a certified welder operator.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Few little part-time jobs here and there. You know what I mean? I'm like, the barbershop just feel like that's it. That's the spot. You know what I mean? Still dreaming about music.
Of course.
Still playing with Color Quest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was just something inside of me telling me, like, yo, this is it. This is your career. And by then I started learning about what a barbershop really is and what makes a barber. It's not just about cutting people's hair. I started learning the psychology behind the business. Because there is one behind every business. And if you take a look at any business, the biggest of the biggest or the smallest of the smallest, once you learn the psychology behind dealing with your customers and how to retain them, that makes your business successful.
So what's the psychology behind the barbershop world?
As I said, one of the things is you have to understand the role that a barbershop plays. It's like a community center. You know what I mean? That's the community comes to you.
Okay.
You don't have to go to the community. It comes to you every day.
Yeah.
The nurses, the lawyers, the doctors, the criminals.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the people who are homeless, the people who are rich, the people who are poor, you name them, everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From the mechanic to the street sweeper, you name it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who they are. They come to you every day. And if you take a good look, you notice that a lot of them come to you to offload.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
A lot of guys, they sit in the chair and they're just like, you realize in that moment, that's the first time for the day, the month, the year that guy got the chance to sit and go. And before you know it, you'll fall asleep in your chair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's at peace almost.
Yes, what I'm saying. Now, you as a barber have to figure out, okay, this is his relaxing spot. This is when he gets to breathe. This is when he gets to offload. Basically, in a sense, put up him foot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looks forward to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No worries in the world when he's in the barber chair.
Yes, what I'm saying. So to retain client and to build business, you have to find the psychology behind it. And that is finding out what your client wants. Through the want, you find out what their needs are.
Okay. And
fill that need. In any business, they tell you find a need, or some people would say a gap, and fill it. And once you're filling that, you will always have that client.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when a man sitting in your chair, you realize, okay, some people sit in your chair, they don't want a haircut. No. Some of them will flat out tell you, man, I don't really need a haircut. I just need to get out of the house.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? But by the time he get up, if he has a perfect haircut, looking like his best self, but also feeling like his best self on the inside, you have touched his life in an impactable kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So you touch his life physically and spiritually. That is what make a barber a good barber. Because you could have mad skill.
Yeah.
You could give the sickest fade, the sickest lineup, all of that. But your people personality skills suck. You know what I mean? Your personality suck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Your communication skills are not there. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. Hey, the dude who have all of that, but his fade is not the best,
Mm-hmm.
will still take your client.
Okay.
So I'm saying,
Yeah. Yeah.
all day, every day, he will still steal your client away from you. But if your communication skills are good, your people to people skills are good. You know what I'm saying? You listen. You know how to listen what the client want, give them what they want, and through that want, you find out what their needs are and fill those needs as well. Well, man, you'll keep those clients forever. Because my thing is not just to cut your hair and take your money. That's not what make anybody a good barber.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To be a good barber, you have to be able to understand what your client wants, give him what he wants, and through the want, you figure out what the need is and fill the need. Because some people will sit in your chair from and they just need somebody to talk to, just for that day. They're going through some things. They could care less about the faith.
So I guess it's safe to say that as soon as those individuals go into the barber chair, like, it's therapeutic.
All the time, every day. You know what I mean? 365 of the year. When somebody's sitting in your chair and they're going through things as a barber, man, if you're good, you're gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm. See, that's interesting hearing that from your side as a barber. Because me, like, I always thought, okay, time to get a haircut. Whether it's every 2 weeks, whether it's once a month, you go into the chair, get the haircut, you just leave. But no, I didn't know that it was deeper than that.
It goes way deep. Like the community comes to the barber. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have people who would forward to a barber shop like on a Friday evening or a Saturday evening just to sit. What are they there for? They're not there for a haircut. They just need people to socialize with. Have you ever seen the movie The Barber Shop?
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you look at something like that, how could you think that within yourself as a barber that, okay, my job is to just give them a sick fit? Like, hell no. You know what I mean? Because I've met many barbers over the years, young ones, especially the young ones. Their thing is like, man, I'm just going to make money. It's a lucrative business.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what makes it even more lucrative is when you can do more than one thing. You know what I'm saying? If you can only chop somebody's hair off and take their money, you're not a good barber. You're just someone who knows how to cut hair.
Okay. No, I like
that. What I'm saying?
I like that.
A good barber know how to make you look good and feel good. When a guy sitting in your chair and him don't even have no hair on him head, it's saying it ain't about the haircut. Because him already don't have no hair. He's there for a different reason.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
No,
if you're
that's
good,
awesome.
you're gonna figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Some people just
You're good at what you do.
Some people, as I said, they just need somebody to talk.
That's all they want.
Some people just want to get out of their house. Some people need somebody to help them make a decision, and sometimes the decision you're like, you really need my opinion on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you sure you ain't supposed to be talking to your mom or your dad about that one?
100%.
You know what I mean?
But they're confiding in you.
You see what I'm saying?
Why they feel comfortable.
Right. That's the psychology behind the thing. You have to build that trust between you and them. You know what I'm saying? That even if one day your haircut even it ain't on point, them don't even see that. Because what they truly wanted, you gave it. You filled the need.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so then when you're working at Frontline, then all the clients just started slowly just coming.
Because I realized the psychology behind everything. You know what I'm saying? So I made myself available. You know what I mean? And I learned it, and one of the thing that I'd say, or one of the experience that I had that opened that for me, that, you know what I mean, I could see it from that perspective, was one day I was at the shop and this lady came in, and I remember her from the day before. I caught her son the day before.
Okay.
And she's like, oh, can I talk to you for a sec when you finish cutting the person you're cutting? And I was like, sure, no problem. Brother, that I'd say 5 more minutes felt like forever, because I'm cutting that person and I'm going through her son haircut from the day before in my head. I'm like, okay, did I mess up the outline? Did I give him the wrong haircut? What did I do? Lord, me in a trouble now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why she wants to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a client that, okay, I have from a while ago, so we had some kind of relationship where we could talk or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't none of that. You know, I only called her son a couple times before that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when she came back that day, man, I was sweating. So I said,
Yeah.
but I held it together. And by the time I finished cutting, I stepped outside and we stood at the door at Frontline on the mountain. And she's like, don't be nervous. She could see it.
Yeah. You couldn't hide it, eh?
So I was like,
bones were shivering.
yeah,
All
man.
that, right?
So she's like, don't be nervous. It ain't nothing bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And she's like, I came here yesterday, watched you cut my son, and you just look like someone I could talk to. I'm like, okay. I'm like, what do you want to talk about? And she's like, do you have time? How much time do you have? I said, like, as long as you need.
Okay.
Because
Very
then
nice of you.
then I realized what's up.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you need. I was gonna take my lunch break in a bit, so I'll use my lunch break to talk to you. But don't feel rushed, don't feel pressure. Just let me know what's up. And we sat on the step at Frontline, and we talked for like probably an hour. You know what I mean? And she just poured her whole life. You know what I mean? And the thing is, in that moment, I realized she didn't need my opinion. She didn't need help from me. She just wanted to borrow my ears for a minute.
Just someone to talk to.
You know what I'm saying? Just for someone to hear her side of what she had to talk about. And fam, I would literally pay money to see that lady again. So if she ever see this video, reach out. You know what I mean? Just to hear how things worked out for her after that conversation, or just in life
in general.
on a whole. Yeah, I'd love to see her again. Just to hear how things worked out, and if she's all right, and her son is all right, her family's all right. You know what I mean?
No, that's awesome.
She changed my life. Big time.
That's 60 minutes.
Fam, totally transformed my life and how I like look at being a barber.
Okay.
Because I was actually already in that transitional part where I realized, like, okay, being a good barber ain't just about cutting people's hair. And then when that happened with her, it's like, holy. So after that, I dedicated my life to listening. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so like Frontline, yeah, man, it was like the foundation that I needed to actually elevate myself in this country.
No, that's good. No, shout out to Frontline for sure.
Yeah, man.
So then you spent some years at Frontline. So then what happens after that?
I did 14 years at Frontline.
Okay.
14 beautiful years. Met some beautiful people, wonderful people, some different characters. You know.
Yeah.
People who are like, yeah, you won't forget them.
No, you can't, right?
But what I've learned there are some of the things that I'm using now. And one of the things I always talk about learning at Frontline was learn to argue different opinions and not be mad at each other at the end, or hate each other, or not talk to each other at the end. Brother, at Frontline we'll talk politics, relationship,
everything.
Brother, you name it.
Yeah.
The spectrum is wide.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, like in the evening, it's a pump fist, yo, see you tomorrow. I will come back tomorrow and do it again.
Do it again.
You know what I mean? I always say I wish that married couple could, you know what I mean, spend a day or two at Frontline and they would learn some.
They would learn
something. You know what I mean? Because you know, you and your wife have a different of opinion on something. Most of the time, your wife, your spouse, whosoever, you know what I mean, you have a difference of opinion, you guys argue about it, and you don't talk for 2, 3, 4 days after that. At the barbershop though, it's different. You like LeBron, me like Kobe, and we argue about it. Yeah, idiot, you don't know nothing about sports, and at the end of it, boom, see you later. That's it. You know what I mean?
See you next week.
Next week, and tomorrow
right?
we'll come and do it again.
That's it.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
So 14 years.
14 years.
So
learn a lot.
So what made, so then after the 14 years, what made you want to just relocate?
It was just that time. I was living in Brantford from 2009, you know, and being out there with, I said, like, Nigel is a different guy.
Yeah.
Nigel was the first person who said to me, like, yo, Brantford is growing. You need to open a shop out there.
Shout out Brantford.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm big up Brantford all the time.
It's
my city.
That's it.
You know, and when he said it to me, I'm going to be honest, I was like, is he trying to pull a fast one on me? You know, because I'm working with them at the time.
Yeah.
You know?
And so you kind of feel like is he testing me?
Like
what's going on?
What you doing? Not testing me or something.
You setting me up low key for something? Like, what's going on?
You want to see what's on my mind or something?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, man, Brantford, I don't think Brantford have enough people for all of that yet. You know what I mean? And he's like, it's growing. I'm like, all right, no problem. I'm thinking about it.
Mm.
Couple years after that again, he said it to me again.
Okay.
He's like, what are you waiting on?
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I know you're working for me, but at the end of the day, I'm all for the benefits of the youth. I want to see you grow. And you're like a crazy sick barber, and I know you can go places with.
Mm-hmm.
And I see how you deal with the people and all of that. He's like, you have mad potential for bigger and better things. So it wasn't like, okay, he wanted to keep me at frontline.
Yeah.
I realized in them conversation that this man actually have my best interest at heart. That's like a father kind of thing, you know. And I remember when I finally decided, because I went through a divorce in 2019, and I'm like, if I'm ever gonna move, it's gonna be now.
Okay.
And I prayed,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because God lead everything I do in my life. I prayed, I asked God, what am I supposed to do right now? Because you get to the point where you lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
So all that I built at frontline, I watched it disappear into the dark, basically.
Mm-hmm.
For lack of a better term, you just watch it go away.
Just like this.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, you go from having everything you want and everything that you're like, okay, life is nice. You know what I mean? Multiple properties, family, married, and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You feel like a king.
Yeah, so I'm saying you feel like, okay, I'm there, or I'm getting
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
right? And then boom.
Especially like when you go back to when you first got here. 20,
when I first got
25
here,
years
$0
old,
to my name.
You're supposed to
You know
hit
what I mean?
the 260. You end up getting $60,
60
and then
bucks,
you bought some stuff and you left like 20, 25, $28, and then
Yeah.
now look at you now.
And then you watch it disappear.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It hits you like hard, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You know what I mean? And I prayed and that God said, hey, it's time. He wanted me to make that move, you know, and I just followed, you know what I mean, God.
Yeah.
I said, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but I know you know, so just go ahead and I'll follow you. And open the shop in Brantford, and COVID hit. Like, boom.
As soon as right when you open
2 weeks after.
your own shop.
2 weeks after. But I remember just drifting back a little bit. That the week when I opened, I called Nigel and said, hey, guess what? Finally did it. And he's like, man, it took you too damn long. He's like, how many times I've been telling you this, man?
Yeah.
He's like, what do you need?
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Still offering any help.
Every time I talk to him, what do you need? Just tell me what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, I'm good, G. He's like, you sure? If you need nothing, just let me know. And God put people in your life for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
And then he also removes them.
I mean, sometimes you take out some of them out of your life for going with them out.
Because God hears things that you don't.
You know what I'm saying? God sees your future from birth to death. You know what I mean? And beyond that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before you're conceived and after you're dead, he still knows what's going to happen to you after that. So the thing is, like, he put people in your life and they come in for a reason and they go out for a reason. You know what I mean? And when you understand that, you know what I mean, that's when you can truly capitalize on having them around or them leaving.
Okay.
That divorce, man, I'm gonna say too much about it, but that was a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, in the moment I didn't see it. You know what I mean? And when I say a blessing, I don't want anyone to think like, okay, I'm ungrateful for what I accomplished. No. My kids came out of that, and I would never. That, like, those kids are my heartbeat. You know what I mean? It's the best thing that ever happened in my life. You know, so I'm saying. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean, when you're in certain kind of situations and relationships that it just ain't working, it's kind of holding you back instead of helping you get forward. 100%. So I'm saying it's good when you get out of it. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when I made that move, Nigel and his support was there again. You know what I'm saying? COVID hit and him said close down all barbershop. I don't want to get into too much of that, but I survived COVID.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I survived COVID with the grace and mercy of God. And right after, that's when we decided to, you know what I mean, expand. Prayed again, and God said, okay, now is the time.
Yeah.
And watch this. I'm going to show you something. A couple of weeks before we opened the store, I spoke to my landlord. He said, okay, you can have the upstairs unit. And one of the concerns that we had was like, okay, people climbing the stairs.
Okay.
older folks, people
Yeah.
who had wheelchair or any kind of like physical disability mainly, how they gonna get up there? So there goes a percentage of client that you will lose right after that. I was gonna take it anyway, because like the price was right, what I mean? And in Brantford, in the main areas of Brantford, the price is it's crazy ridiculous for, what I mean, commercial spaces.
Okay.
But my landlord, a beautiful, God bless man, I love him too. You know what I mean? And he's like, yeah, we can work on it, brother. No word of a lie. The week before we opened the upstairs, I had like the shelving in, all of that, and was actually like in the process of ordering the products and whatever whatnot. I was watching TV one day and this pastor came on, and at that same time, in my mind, I'm thinking, how am I gonna make this work? 'Cause first of all, upstairs it's kind of inconvenient and it's small, and like clear my mind for a sec, turn the TV on, listen to some music, what I mean, just kind of take a breather. I mean, go back to thinking about and planning later. Turn the TV on, this pastor came on. God said it's time, and He's gonna put you in a bigger space, a better space that you want. You just gotta trust Him. Brother, I turned the TV on. First couple sentences, that was it. And I'm like, is God talking to me here? Fam, the very same evening, the landlord called me and tell me that the back unit at the barber shop is gonna come up available because the person back there is leaving.
Crazy. Crazy.
I was like, no.
Everything's just aligning.
Brother, just align. Talk about when things align for you. Yeah.
It's meant to happen.
Brother, as I said, God knows you before you conceive, and He knows what's gonna happen to you after that. You know what I mean? So you have your whole life planned out for you. You know what I'm saying? And that worked out perfectly, as you know. You know what I mean? So we opened the wall at the back of the barber shop in the end unit, and it's just one space. If it was upstairs, it would be two space. We'd have to hire more staff and all that kind of stuff. And as I said, we'd lose the clients who can't walk up the stairs. Now it's on the ground level, all one space.
And everyone's good.
And everybody's good now.
You literally come here at 25 years old, like I said. You were promised $260. You didn't get it.
Nope.
You had 60 bucks.
He gave us.
And then you had to buy some stuff, and then you left like $25.
About 25 and some change.
Yeah, and you're working on the farm. But you had the dream in here when you're a kid to be an artist, want to be a musician.
Yeah, man.
And then you said, you know what? I'm over here in Canada. Like, now I need to get into the trades. Yeah. Went, did that, got the certificate to be a welder. You're thinking, let me go to like Calgary, because you heard all the stories about everybody making money and whatnot. Yeah. And then you meet, and then Nigel comes. Then the person that you met from back home, he's like, let me introduce you to Nigel. And then you end up getting a job at Frontline.
Yeah, man.
Stayed there for 14 years.
14 years, man.
Figured out the psychology behind being a barber.
Yeah.
Realizing that like your clients come into your barber chair and it's therapeutic for them.
It is. It's for a reason why they sit in your chair. It's not just a haircut.
Yeah.
They're not there all the time for a haircut.
100%. Then get a divorce with your wife. To then, now you have your own barbershop. And not to mention, you said COVID also happened. And we
2
all,
weeks.
And 2 weeks. And we all know what happened during COVID. Everything kind of just went pause.
Yeah, pause.
Stop.
Shut down your whole life, turn upside down overnight. But you want to see, during COVID, brother, I'll tell you, like God is good. I got remarried in 2021. We were still in COVID.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when we opened the store, it was like 2022. We're just coming out of. So God expand my life. When the world was shutting down. Yeah. God was blessing me and providing 100%. For me and my family.
So many different ways.
And my wife, she was like the rock and the support I needed. You know what I mean? And she just like, oh man, I can't even speak enough on her, because words ain't enough. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Words ain't enough to describe who she is.
Yeah.
Or explain what she has been to me.
She holds it down.
Oh, brother, more than that.
Supports you, supports the family.
Hold it down, hold it up, hold it sideways.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And then again, did that. You were supposed to be upstairs. You're sitting there, you turn the TV on. Yeah. You heard God talking to you.
Straight up.
And you got the phone call later on that evening to say,
very same evening,
this is for you.
Yep.
And I come to your shop all the time, and not to mention, he has clients coming from everywhere. to come see him
Everywhere.
because you know he's a good barber.
Everywhere, man.
No, that's you deserve that, Garvey.
Thank you,
You
bro.
deserve that, and you know, and obviously, I know you gotta take off soon, but I have to end this video with 2 questions that I always ask my interviewees when I have them on my podcast. So the first question I have to ask you is, has there ever been a point in your life where you felt like you hit rock bottom? If so, what did you do to overcome that and bounce back?
That the divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wind up not having anywhere to live from owning 2 properties.
Okay. You go from 2 properties to nothing.
To nothing. Like, quick.
Yeah.
You know? And having my kids in my life every day, every night, to every other weekend kind of thing.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? You know? Because my kids are my soul, man. You know? So that hit hard. You know? And I remember one night just looking up at the ceiling at the place where I was staying, and I'm like, God, how did I get here? And it's like God said to me, that ain't a question you should be asking me. What do you mean, how did you get here? This is all in the plan. It's a stepping stone to make you a better person, a stronger person at the end. You know what I mean? So in that, I learned not to look at setback, or, you know what I mean, things that happen in your life that's supposed to break you, like a failure. I look at every setback or so-called failure as a stepping stone now, because of that low moment when God said, like, what are you talking about? How did you get here? You know what I mean? To run a race, you're gonna start on your knees, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a jump, most of the times you have to squat and then leap. You have to go down and come up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you're in that and you realize that, yeah, your outcome will always be better, because you look at it from a different perspective. So for me now, when certain things happen in my life, I don't see it as a failure. I just look at it as like, okay, this is my launch pad. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, that's what you do. You kind of sat there to yourself.
Yeah,
Obviously prayed and spoke.
I prayed,
Yeah.
talked to God,
Yeah.
asked him that question, and then he's like, what do you mean how you get here? You know what I mean? This is your launch pad.
Yeah.
Brother, it was.
Yeah.
From there, yeah.
If you just trust me, if you have trust and faith in me, you're gonna see what the outcome is going to be.
Trust me. I tell you, I put all my trust in God. I laid all out. Yeah, as I said,
Yeah.
I told him straight up, I'm like, God, I do not know what to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know where to go from here. Everything just seemed like a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? I said, but you know.
He's gonna find the light.
No,
you're
struggling,
man.
The human being in you in those kind of times don't show you a light. You know what I mean? The human being in all of us is going to show you that, okay, there's no light at the end of the tunnel. You can't see it. You know what I mean? You're staring down the road, but all you can see is darkness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when you trust God, because he is the light, when you look down the road in that tunnel, you see God.
He's waiting there right now saying,
oh,
come here, my son.
He's telling you, keep walking, son. Keep
That's
walking.
Awesome.
Keep walking. Keep trusting. Do exactly what I tell you to do, and trust me, you will overcome. And that's what happened in that dark time in my life. That was the time when I felt like, okay, yeah, that was my rock bottom.
That was your rock bottom.
Losing my family, losing like the things that I worked so hard to,
of course,
acquire in life, you know. But the lessons that came out of that was even more beneficial. As I said, I learned to look at failure from a different perspective.
It changed you in so many different ways.
Big time.
Okay, no, I like that. And then the last question: what is a huge accomplishment that you are still so proud of till this day?
Sims on here.
Your own shop.
Yeah, and it's not. I wouldn't even say my own shop.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Elaborate on that more.
It is, but the thing is, as I said, I learned the psychology behind being a good barber. And I realized that, okay, you're supposed to make yourself available for your community. And everybody that sits in your chair is there for a reason. If the reason being a haircut or something else, a great barber, you're going to figure that out. And I've used, because what we're currently doing now, we have this men's mental health, you know what I mean, meeting that we have at Sims on here. We're trying to make it like once per month.
Okay.
If we can. And the last one we just had was at the end of October, and we actually paid for it out of pocket. We did not get any subsidy from the government or anything like that to make it happen for men. We're men, clients and non-clients could just come in. We shut down the barber on a Saturday, friend.
Yeah, and Saturdays are one of the prime days.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also know that when you give back without expectation,
Yeah.
God multiply what He gives back to you. Because when you were given, you're not giving it. Okay, I'm doing this because I know I'm gonna get this out of it.
Okay.
That
You're not looking for anything in return.
That
You're just like, I'm
needing
doing something kindness in my heart.
that needing ain't for me. You know what I mean? It's for my community and men on a whole, having a safe space to come in and feel free to talk, speak about whatsoever is bugging you, whatsoever is you're struggling with, mental health, depression, anxiety, you name them, anything, relationship problem, financial problems, in an environment where you will not be judged or criticized. It's the barber shop. That's where men talk. Because you know what I mean, one of the things that we're criticized for, and it's true, is that we don't talk about our personal feelings. You know what I'm saying? You're told in many cases to suck it up. Be a man. You're supposed to be strong.
Yeah.
What happens when you don't feel strong? Are you not still a man? You know what I'm saying? When you don't feel like your best self, are you not still a man? When you're unable to be what the world and society and everybody expect you to be, a provider, you know what I mean, a caretaker of your family, you know what I mean, the security guard for the house, the security guard for your family, the financial advisor, the financial provider. You know what I'm saying? Everything that a man is required to be. When you can't be all of that, are you still a man? What if you can only be one? What if you're good with finances, but you're afraid of spiders? Are you still a man?
No, I like the way you said that.
You know what I'm saying? What if you can't change a light bulb and you have to take the car to the mechanic because you don't know how to change the oil or even rotate the tires? But you work 2 jobs to put food on the table. Are you still a man?
And that's the thing. I like when you said the part about the society thing, because like I feel like we're all humans.
We're all.
That's what a lot of people forget. Like, you're a human being, I'm a human being. Like, you have emotions, I have emotions, right? So like, and a lot of men, like you said, like a lot of men will just hold it in there.
You hold it in because a lot of us come from backgrounds and environments where they don't teach you or tell you that it's okay to feel those emotions.
Yeah.
Your flesh and blood. You know what I'm saying? And emotion runs through all of us.
Yeah.
But as a man, you're taught to bottle that and keep it.
Yeah.
And then one day it explodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, if you're taught to experience them, feel them, it's okay.
Of course.
Talk about them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're sad, it's okay when you're not okay.
That's what I was gonna say. That's one thing I've learned for a long time now. It's okay not to be
okay. It's okay not to be okay. Amen. And it's all right when you're not all right.
100%.
Because ain't nobody walk around feeling happy and jolly every single day.
No.
Things gonna happen in your life that makes you feel down sometimes. You're gonna go through grieving. You know what I mean? When it's time, I met a guy years ago. It was our front line, and we were talking one day while cutting his hair, and he said, "Man, I'm struggling with something." That's when you know, okay, you're grasping the concept of what it takes to be a good barber. You know what I'm saying? Because through the conversation, we got to that point where he felt safe to open up. He said, I lost my dad. I grew up with him, work with him. The business we have now is me and him every day. Now one morning I wake up and I'm driving to work alone in my truck. He ain't in the seat. And went to his doctor. They gave him antidepressant. And he's like, no, I'm hooked on those things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you see, if that doctor, I'm not a doctor, I'm a barber. Is what I'm saying? And I'm not telling anybody not to take advice from their doctor.
Yeah.
So don't run off with that. What I'm saying is you should be allowed to grieve.
100%.
Why are you going to stop the grieving process with medication? Every human should be allowed to grieve, especially when you lose somebody that close. It's okay to bawl about it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what a lot of men kind of like struggle with. Like they feel like, well, I'm not gonna cry because I don't want to look weak. You know what I mean?
Does crying make you weak?
No.
It ain't. It take a real man to open up and bawl in front of somebody. That's strength.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It takes a real man to cry. It takes a real man to show emotion. It takes a real man to apologize when he's wrong. Because a lot of men don't even want to do that because they see that as a sign of weakness. If you say, I'm sorry. Like, no, man, when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
It's just straight on plain. You know, and I said to him in that moment, I'm like, brother, it's okay to grieve. It's your dad.
Of course.
You know what I mean? This dude was 30 odd years old. I'm like, you spent 30 odd years with this man. And you drive to work with him from the day you were like, what, 15, 16? You guys are rolling to work together. And one morning he wasn't in the shotgun seat or the driver's seat. He's not in your truck no more.
It's gonna affect you, man. It's gonna hit hard.
And this doctor's gonna tell the man, oh, you're depressed. Come on, man, stop your nonsense.
Yeah.
Man's grieving, and sometimes that process might take years.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're talking about 30 odd years comparing to what, couple months?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you ain't gonna forget about him that quick, unless you didn't love him to begin with. But if you do, yeah, it's gonna be hard letting them go.
Take the time that you need to heal.
If it gets to the point where you find yourself years and years and you just can't get over it, then you can seek that help that you need on the other level where medication and stuff like that comes in. And I still don't think that antidepressant fix depression. That's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm not telling anybody to run with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because far as my understanding of it goes, it's a state of mind. Mm-hmm. And if you can get your mind to do the reverse of what it's telling you to do, you can get out of it. You know what I'm saying? You can get out of it without drugs. Yeah. Because drugs lead to other drugs, if you ask me. 100%. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, Garvey, this was a good session. I definitely appreciate you for your time. Love you always, man. You're literally like one of my favorite people. It was great. Thank you again for doing this, because we've been trying to do this for like a month and a half, but we finally got it done.
We finally got it done. You know, and I want to say mad love and respect to you, your brother, your mom. And I mean, you guys were some of the first people that I met when I started working at Frontline. Yeah. Yeah, your mom is one of them ladies who, she's not joking. Yeah. She's just going to tell you like it is. I love her. Yeah. I love her personality. Yeah. She's just straight. If you want the truth, ask her, because she's just going to give it to you. 100%. You know what I'm saying? And if you're bullcrapping, she's just going to tell you straight, yo, you're bullcrapping.
Yeah, don't lie to me. I can see
she ain't playing with you like that. That's what I love about her, fam.
Yeah.
She's just straight.
No, that's awesome.
You know, I've never met your grandpa, but I could see the influence he have on your life.
Thank you.
I mean, so from that, I could tell the kind of person that he is. I met your grandma, wonderful, beautiful soul. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
So, fam, trust me, my love and respect to you and your family.
Thank you so
much.
I
mean? And also for the role you guys have played in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've been cutting you since you were on booster seat.
Yep.
At the end of the day, you have an impact on my life. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
You, your brother, your mom. You know what I'm saying? Because all these things you hear me talk about, a lot of them stuff I learned from being around you and your mom and other people that I've met and cut over the years. You know what I mean? A lot of their experiences have applied to my life. You know what I mean? And it's wonderful when you can speak on things like that. You know?
100%. Yeah, we've come a long way, man.
Fam, it's been what? Almost 20 years.
Yeah, I came a long way. Before you were the barber, now you know, like your family to me now, right?
20 years, man. We're family, fam.
No, thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
Again, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. You guys take care. Thank you, guys.
Peace.